Hi, this is Allie with the Perception Trainers, author of The Perception Diet, and today I want to talk to you about why spirituality and self-improvement and eating a good diet have nothing to do with making you a better person. Okay, so I know that a lot of people come to spirituality or they come to any kind of like self-improvement path with the understanding and with the intention that it's going to make them a better person. It's going to make them more generous. It's going to make them nicer to their family. It's going to make them more beautiful physically. It's going to make them just better. And I totally understand this way of thinking because I used to think this way too. I really thought that, if I could just, meditate longer or pray more or be better with my diet, I was going to be a better person. I was going to be more likable. I was going to be, I was going to have more virtues and less characteristics of someone that, that we don't want to have. Like I said, it's going to make you more generous. It's going to make you more outgoing. It's going to make you more spiritual, right? Like wiser, better able to handle situations, blah, blah, blah. And I think that when we come to spirituality or to diet or to any kind of self-improvement modality with that type of thinking, I really think it gets us into trouble. And the first reason I think it gets us into trouble is because, number one, the truth is that there is actually nothing about you that needs improvement. There's nothing about you that needs to be fixed. There's nothing about you that needs to be made better. All that really needs to happen is that you need to experience your life and have life experiences, all of which are designed to bring you back to who you already are anyways. Okay? So what I'm saying is that we all have things that we do that maybe aren't virtuous, right? We all experience anger, and maybe we are impatient, or maybe we are not so great with taking care of our bodies, and we're not really good at, honoring the people around us. Maybe we're greedy, maybe we're all of these, negative things that we think we have. But I believe that at the end of the day, those are you experiencing a dual side of yourself, a contrasting side of yourself, so that you can remember, okay, yeah, that doesn't feel good. That's not who I am. This is who I am, right? And a lot of the time, or every time in life, we need to experience what we don't want, who we aren't, what is not really in alignment with us, in order to bring us back to what is in alignment with us. So spirituality is not about making you a better person. It's not about improving something that's broken within you. It's not about, giving you virtues and erasing your flaws. Spirituality is simply an expedited rate to help you get to that place of realizing and remembering who you are and who you always have been. And it's the same thing with eating well. It's the same thing with, life coaching, with yoga, with anything. It's all of these things are there to help give us the experience of who we really are, so that when we have those experiences of not being who we really are, we notice them. They don't feel good. And we can start to notice the contrast between how, living in your truth feels versus not living in your truth. And so one example I like to talk about is when I went to Bible school when I was 18. Basically, it was a whole big mess of a situation that I didn't really see coming, and I think that, I believe that it was totally orchestrated that way. So, long story short, at one point during my time there, I ended up in this moment where I they had decided that my diet wasn't good, and so they had taken away quite a bit of my food, and they wanted me to eat what everyone else was eating, and I just wasn't going to eat pasta or meat or dairy or things like that, just because it doesn't work for my body. So I was very, very hungry, and I didn't have any like books or TV or anything, so I had no like entertainment. I didn't really connect with the people that were on my Bible school situation, mostly because I was just so, inside myself and having problems. So I didn't have like a social escape. The bed that I had literally was a mattress, but it was really like a foam piece, like this thick, over just like wood slats. So you could like fall through the slats. And then at this point I had bed bugs, and there was literally nothing I could do to get rid of the bed bugs. So basically I wound up in this situation where I'm very hungry and can't really get food. I'm lonely. I have no one really to talk to. I had no distractions. I'm laying on my bed bug infested slat foam. And I remember just sitting there and just thinking, okay, like, this is fully and completely miserable. Like, there's nowhere to run. There's nowhere to escape. All of my feelings and everything that's going on right now, like, this is it. I can't get away from this. I can't make this go away. I can't pretend like this isn't happening. And I remember thinking, like, yeah, this is awful. This is miserable. But if I can be okay right now, then I can be okay anywhere. And hitting that moment where there was nothing I could do. I couldn't distract myself. I couldn't run away. I had to go somewhere inside myself and find a place where I could be okay, no matter what was happening around me. And as terrible as that might sound, and as terrible as it certainly felt in the moment, that was one of life's greatest gifts that I've ever been given, because to me that was like the beginning of my meditation practice. Because the thing was that in that moment I learned that the point of spirituality, the point of eating a good diet, the point of exercising, the point of doing any kind of self-improvement stuff is not to make me a better person. It's not to make me any better than I already am, because I'm already perfect. I'm already everything I'm ever going to be. The point of it is to remind me of that. The point of it is to help me navigate life that's always going to be changing and always going to be shifting and always going to be unpredictable and is always going to be possibly uncomfortable. And the gift of spirituality, the gift of eating well, the gift of taking care of yourself, the gift of doing any of these self-improvement practices is really about helping you feel better in your life. It's to help you remember who you are so you can feel good by being that person. It's to help you remember that you can be okay in the midst of chaos so that you're not feeling really terrible in the midst of chaos. It's to help you feel better. So the point of what I'm saying is spirituality is not about being a better person. It's not about being better for the world. It's not about helping other people. It's not about any of that stuff. The truth is, all of those things are already who you are. You're going to help people. You're going to want to offer things. You're going to want to be, living your purpose and blah, 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 blah. But the point of spirituality and the point of all of it is for you. It's for you. It's to make you feel good. It's to help you navigate this crazy world without feeling crazy and without having to feel like super depressed or super sad all the time. And this is what I want to say. So it's not about being perfect. It's not about being good. It's not about striving. It's not about getting anywhere. Really, your practices are for you. So your eating practices, they're for you. If you don't feel like eating a good diet and you think everyone's going to judge you, who cares? The thing is, like, you're the only one that has to live in your body, right? And if you don't want to meditate, don't meditate. If you don't want to pray, don't pray. Just understand. And on the other side of it, don't do any of those things because you think it's going to make you better or more acceptable or more approvable or any of these things, because you're already those things. And all those practices are going to do help you remember that. Okay? So let go of striving. You don't need to become better. You're not going to become better. You already are better. You're going to continue to experience contrast. You're going to continue to experience these parts of yourself that aren't who you truly are to help bring you back to who you really are. And that's life. Okay? So take the pressure off. You don't need to do anything to be better. You don't need to meditate. You don't need to do anything. Do these things because they make you feel good. Do these things because they make life easier to live for you. And really, that is the point. Eat well because you deserve to feel good. Meditate because you deserve to feel peace in the midst of chaos. And you deserve to remember who you are. And that's really all. Okay? So let me know what you think. Questions, comments, concerns down below. If you want me to talk about anything else, I would love to do that. And yeah, I'll talk to you next time.